welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you guys this journal I made. It's a little bit different than what I usually make. It actually is like a portrait style, and it opens up and it has this bow at the top, and this is wallpaper, and I have it stitched here, and I actually made this rose. It's a handmade rose. And I sewed on this little feather, and I made, let's see if I can show you. I made a little leaf there that matches the rose. So those are the two leaves. And you can see it's how it opens up. I want to show you, actually the top is actually secured with wax linen cord. And the bow is there more for decoration. I just thought it would be pretty, so I added it on there. And let's see. Okay, so I am going to open it up now. And there's this pocket at the top. That's fabric. And I hand stitched like a little vine with little the French knots are like little roses on there. And there's a little rose right there, a rose charm. And I made this ephemera, and these are like perfect for journaling on. So I have this one. And then here's some roses, and again there's like a little bit of space on the back for journaling. And here's another one, and again there's space on the back for journaling. And this is the cover page of the journal, and there's some more little rosettes right here and some more hand stitching. And this lifts up, and I have some vintage paper as the background, and I have this little card which is stitched, and this is a flower that I found in the valley close to our home, and I pressed it last summer, I think, or fall. I pressed it, and so I added it to the journaling card. And I thought it was so pretty. And the paper now from the card and the paper and this little fabric piece right there, let's see, this right here is actually avocado dyed. So it has that little tint of pink. And then here's a vintage image. It's like a porcelain lady. And I felt like it went really well with this journal. I also love the space right here, which would be perfect for journaling. This is a vintage book page, and it actually has a poem here, the Springtime Memory. So I have that there, and I used some wallpaper at the top. And then there's some more vintage paper down here, and I love the way there's some space, so you can just kind of journal on there, where it's like, where you have the empty space. It's like perfect for journaling. So here's another vintage book page. This is like from a catalog. I thought that was kind of nice to add in here. And I have some fabric here. I like the color scheme, and I just included it there. This paper is avocado dyed. And then I have this tag. Let's see if I can. And this is a digital from my shop. I have the grayscale digitals. And then on the back, just have some vintage, like a little vintage collage, and it's perfect for journaling. Okay, and then this lifts up. I've never made a journal like this, and I kind of like it. I think it's really pretty and so different. I think it's kind of interesting the way it lifts up. And so here I have this was an image from an antique book, and I just backed it up with some paper, and there's journaling space on the back, and then I just added some lace for detail right there, just to kind of make it pretty. And then here, this could either be a tuck spot, or it could just lift up, and you just have more space right there. So, like for journaling or whatnot. And this is part of a digital from my shop. I just cut it out. It actually has 2 roses on one side, and I just used one, and then I printed this digital also on the back. And now I also use some washi tape and even masking tape. You'll see on the spine there where I sewed in the signature to kind of give it more strength. Sometimes the papers, if they're vintage or if they're older, they won't hold up as well. So I do like to use masking tape and washi tape to reinforce those pages. So here are the fabric swatches that I used in this journal. Okay, so I made this little envelope that says "Those who hope in the Lord," and in here I included this little package of handwritten verses. Now you can add your own. I tried to add just some. This is like perfect for journaling. Now you can add your own, like promises from the Bible, but I just thought it would be nice to include a few. So this is a big index card, and this right here is just some paper for some extra journaling. Here again, I reinforced it with some washi tape. And I actually love the yellowing of this page. I think it's so pretty, and I think it goes so well with this blue and the pink flowers, the white and pink flowers. I just love that combination. Here's another vintage page. And then some vintage notebook paper. Like perfect for journaling. Okay, and this is actually avocado dyed paper right here. It's like such a nice shade of pink. This digital is also in my Etsy shop. And so are the Psalms, the verses, the labels. And this kind of flaps up. And see, this is just, the ribbon is just kind of for show. Because it's actually tied with some twine. Or wax thread, I should say. Okay, and there's a little pocket up here. And some vintage paper, notepad paper. And this is just something I put together. I thought it was so cute. So basically it opens up for more journaling space. And it had a little bit of writing there. I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, so basically you just got some journaling space there. And if you don't like the writing here, you can always cover that up with more washi tape. But I kind of let it peek out. It says Kathy. I think it says love from Kathy. So I thought that was kind of cool. So that's like just another place to journal or to add a verse or a quote. Okay, so here's another page, and I used a music sheet on here, and I like those words to the song. I actually love the song. We used to sing it all the time when we were little. Now this right here is the paper is from my Etsy shop, and I made this little journal, kind of like a journaling book inside the journal. And so let me show you. This is kind of like a tuck spot if you wanted to add something there. Or it's just pretty as it is. And I printed this on linen paper, so it has such a pretty texture. And so it opens up, and let's see. So I have these in my Etsy shop also, the black and white printables. They're like roses. And then this is just a bunch of note paper for journaling space. And so I kind of love this idea. It's like I like to journal and write a lot, so this is, I just love the idea of adding extra pages kind of behind something pretty to journal. Okay, so here I have another pocket, and this little label here, great things take time to grow. This just will come out. So this isn't attached, this comes out so you can put it anywhere you want in the journal. Okay, so here I have a vintage book page with roses, and I put that label there that says bloom. And there's a little snippet of silk right behind it, and on the back is a little place to journal, and it's aged so beautifully. Okay, so this goes here. And then I have some vintage paper here that's perfect for journaling. And there's more journaling space, and this is some super thin paper. You can see how transparent it is, and I think that's really pretty. Okay, for this page I glued this down, but it still lifts up just a bit for some hidden journaling, and I just kind of like that element a lot in my journals. And this is a vintage book page, and it opens up. And this is paper from my Etsy shop, and this just kind of keeps opening up. And here's that fabric piece. Here's another page, and I love the title there that says like home. And then it has a lady in front of what looks like a home. And here's a vintage page of some birds. And then I have this picture with the path. And this lifts up. You can have some journaling space right there. Right there. This is some wallpaper. This is coffee dyed paper right here. And then on the very back there is a pocket, and I make this sweet little journal out of a card. Has that little charm there, and I sewed some silk on the side there. Opens up, and this is avocado dyed paper. This is a vintage book page. Here's some vintage note paper. This is another book page, and then that's also avocado dyed. This opens up for more journaling space. And this is the last page, and everything is hand stitched. And this again is wallpaper, so it has like that nice texture. And here's that little pocket. And then this is the back of it, and I'll turn it over one last time. So this is the first time I ever made a journal in this way before, and I love to make things, sometimes to just do things a little bit different. So I would love to hear if anybody's made a journal like this before, and if they enjoy using it or not. I'm actually wanting to make one for me just so I can experience what it's like to use a journal like this, where you just kind of lift it up and journal in it. And so, yeah, I'd love to hear your guys's feedback and hear what you guys think of this. It's just a little bit different. I feel like sometimes I like to make things that are just a little bit different, just for the experience. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and if you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button. Thanks, and you guys have a nice day.